steal food, and they are in prison. Okay. And some of these women in prison don't even have any water to drink. Some of them, excuse me to say, you'll be shocked, they drink their urine as water. And so it was so hard. So sometimes I would just donate water to the prisoners, little food, deodorants here and there. And recently I went to the grocery shop here in America, and then the lady checking me out shared a story with me that broke my heart and made me realize that even in our local community, there are people struggling. So just recently, last weekend, I was able to visit Esther Marie homeless shelter for women right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I am. And we were able to bless these women with sanitary pad, with toothpaste and toothbrushes, canned food, and they were so excited.
Wow.
And just seeing these women who are homeless, some of them share their story, and it touched my heart. And so this is what gives me joy. I am not rich, I don't have that much, but the little that I have, and just seeing other people smile because of me, it gave me
Mm.
so much joy. And anytime I do this, I am blessed in a very special way. Like I said, I've gone through divorce and I've gone through a lot, but look at what God keep blessing me even having my smile on, like you're saying, that is a huge blessing on its own, and nothing pushes me down anymore. Nothing discourages me anymore, because I feel like I have life. And then if I have life and I'm able to make somebody smile, somebody's happy just because of me. It's always the little things. It's always the little things, and it doesn't have to be big. It's just sometimes picking a phone and just checking up on somebody. How are you doing? And so with all this little thing, it came up with Highly Favored Foundation. So Highly Favored Foundation is just here to stay, to touch the lives of these widows, these struggling women, destitute kids, the sick kids, just to bring smile and just provide them with some basic needs so they can wake up in the morning and also have food on their table to eat and have something to wear.
I'm blown away. I don't know if I should just fall on my knees or just write you a check. I'm like I think what happens is that I think sometimes we forget, when you think about in the Bible with the children of Israel, there was one thing that God was always saying, remember, to remember him when he brought them out. And I lived in a shelter twice,
Oh,
three times,
wow.
three times. I lived in a shelter, in a women's shelter, three times. And I remember, and sometimes when you're going through and you're living in the shelter, sometimes you just want out by any means necessary. And
Yeah.
so sometimes what happens is you just keep going. And sometimes there are moments where God has to remind you, remember when, you know, even before he brought the children into the land of plenty, he was always reminding them about what he did for them. And I think sometimes God uses people to remind us about what getting back to what matters most.
That's
And
true.
I think what happens is the more we spend on trying to just keep going and living, sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you get comfortable. And it looks like your life had, and sometimes God will allow things to shift in your life to remind you that, that he's still an ever-present help, and
That's
not just
true.
on in a time of need, but sometimes God just wants to be present. He wants to be actively a part of our decision making process. He wants to be actively a part of our daily life. He wants to
That is
commune
true.
with us, and he wants to be a part of our businesses. He wants to be a part of our family. And I think what happens is in a society, especially in America, where there's so much emphasis on physical wealth and physical things, that we forget that we're just a shy short of getting ready to be in the same position to be able to, and we're not promised life. We don't know. As we can see now, People are dying left and right.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
fact is, we are given a certain amount of time to accomplish the will of God for our life and our timing. And we don't know how long that is. Only God knows. So it looks
That's
like you've
true.
taken your life and just use gratefulness as a way to remember what God has done for you. And I love, love, love that you said that you've given to other women